Well, the Patriots are in the win column here in week 2 of the NFL season. Andy Gresh, our New England Nation analyst, here to break it all down.
They
okay,
won.
Gresh, they won.
And they had a pulse on offense.
They did, just a little bit. Your general thoughts on all sides of the ball. Offense, defense, even special teams playing a role.
Yeah, special teams, boy, I tell you what, they avoided a big one early on with Miles Bryant, the way he sort of fumbled, mishandled the ball. But overall, it's one of those, they did enough to win, so let's kind of take it and run. There was enough good in there. I thought another good defensive performance, again, back-to-back weeks, and regardless of what you think of the Pittsburgh offense, I have been told by all the youngs that the only thing that matters in the NFL are wide receivers. Well, the Steelers had 3 wide receivers, and they didn't really eat against this Patriots defense, a la Miami. And boy, after we saw what happened in Baltimore, don't we feel a little different about the Patriots defense? Offensively, the biggest thing to take away is the fourth quarter and the fact that they closed it out and did the old student body left, student body right, running the ball. And on special teams, you kind of survived. I know Nick Folk missed a field goal. Listen, here's what people got to remember. Just because them ketchup bottles ain't on that scoreboard no more, that's the tough end to kick to, especially if it's over 50 yards. So there have been a ton of guys who lie in wake of having missed a 50-plus yard field goal into that end of the stadium in Pittsburgh.
A true complimentary victory for the Patriots, 17-14 over the Steelers. Offensively, nothing was pretty, but situationally, they played really well. The end of the first half and then the end of the game.
Yeah, I thought that they had the chance for the double score, of course, coming up, and they get that touchdown late. I'm still in a real funny area with these 50-50 balls because, you know, and I even texted one of my NFL buddies. I was like, wait a minute. Feels like the coaching point would have been throw it away or run with it versus throw it up down the field. And the point is, if that gets intercepted with Nelson Aguilar, it's like having a punt and getting it down inside the 5-yard line. So if it's one-on-one, take the chance. You know you're not throwing into double coverage. I still don't know if I love it because I do believe that in part led to Mac's interception down the field trying to get it to Parker. But I guess that's 2022 NFL. So maybe it's just the way it is.
And how about the end of the game there? 6.5 minutes left to get the ball, and they only throw one pass out of 10 plays that eventually won them the game.
A little bit like Buffalo last year in Buffalo, just in terms of you knew they were going to run the ball, you knew how they were going to handle it, and they were still man enough to be able to do so. Those outside zone runs, the one thing I give Matt Patricia credit for, he did a good job of mixing those up. It wasn't just, we'll dress up the formation and keep running to the left side. They did it to the right. They did it to the left. And I got to give Ramondre Stevenson a ton of credit. Some of those runs up the middle, that 3rd and 8 that he had where they hit him with the little draw underneath, that was him getting those final 2 yards. I thought for the first time this year, Maury, we saw some offensive want-to from some of the skill players.
9 of 17, the Patriots were on 3rd down. Defensively, 2nd straight week, they only allow 1 offensive touchdown from the opponent. And they finally got some pressure today on Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah, they did a good job of really making Trubisky move off the spot. And Dietrich Wide's off to a great start. I mean, that's a real find. He's done a fantastic job. At one point in time in this game, Godchild left. He came back in. Barmore was active today. I think the rotation of defensive linemen, and talking to Lawrence Guy about it, he's like, hey, we all kind of understand our roles. We know there might be a game where we play 70%. There might be a game where we play 30%. But none of those defensive linemen get the old poo-poo face when they don't get a ton of playing time. As long as the team's winning and they're doing the job on defense, I think those guys up front, they're mobile, they're agile, they're hostile, but they also understand their roles, which to me is key.
And how about the play late? I mean, Matt Judon covering Najee Harris on the little bootleg.
How about that on the bootleg,
I mean,
right? No,
play.
That's great situational awareness.
Yeah.
And, you know, for those who remember 20 years ago, that was kind of the stuff that Willie McGinnis used to do. He'd be a heady football player. Don't bite for the fake and then just stand there, turn around, make a play. He went and covered a guy. Great job by Judon there.
Matt Judon, 2nd year here in Foxborough, but the Patriots overall need to get quicker from the linebacker position and from the back end, really showing and paying off there.